Okay, good evening, everyone. This is the regular monthly meeting of the Southwick Agricultural Commission. It is December 11th, 2024, 7 p.m. We do have a quorum with myself, Bert Hansen, Vice Chair Zach Barnett, Lenita Bober, and online Sage Fury. So we can get going. Nicole, you want to?
Yeah.
A couple quick things before we get started with Nicole. This is a pretty full agenda, but I don't think we have to take too long. Yeah, that's on, right?
It's just be right in my face.
Yeah, because one thing we'd like to do is possibly set up a couple of subcommittees, but we'll get to that. Dan Cook is working at his shop tonight, so he can't be with us, and Jen DiPietro also is not able to be with us. So, but we do have 4 of us, so that's a quorum, so that's good. A couple things in the mail. I got I'll forward this to you guys, but this is the farm succession planning, the annual workshops with Land for Good. It's like several weeks, I think, of a succession planning program. There's Friends of the Southwick Senior Center are having a Christmas wrapping fundraiser on Saturday, December 14th from 8 to 1. Excuse me. No charge, but donations appreciated. Oh, back on Dan, he said he wanted me to say that anybody who goes to the shop, gets a friend discount.
Yeah.
So, you guys should have this in your email, but I'll just run through this. Lake Management Committee minutes and Board of Appeals minutes. And I haven't seen anything about the annual Christmas party. Nicole, do you know?
I don't know anything about an annual Christmas party.
Usually there's something down in the
Auditorium.
auditorium, yeah. But
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I know in the past, I don't know in the past, actually. I heard that, they use town funds to put it on, but
Yeah.
the funds that they would use were gifts from businesses that no longer exist. So there's not really any town funding anymore. And that's what I was told. So then I said, I'm happy to do something, or we could do a potluck, and that's where it ended. So I don't know who organizes or who does any of that.
Yeah, I think it was Lisa Anderson.
Yeah, I asked her, and she was probably gonna try to pass the torch up to the next person because she's now the COA director. So maybe to Margaret, who was our assistant.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, so I'm happy to say that we have Nicole Parker with us tonight, our new CAO. Just for a kind of a meet and greet. Have you been visiting all the commissions? Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
This might be the only one that I haven't. And I tried last month, but
yeah.
I had an emergent, well, not an emergency, but wakes don't, plan for those. So,
right.
So here I am.
So that's good. That's
so
great.
I'm Nicole Parker. I don't think we've met.
Lenita Bober.
Lenita, hi, nice to meet you.
Lenita owns Blossoming Acres.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah. You got to go there. Well, they have a lot of great stuff, but especially the cider donuts.
And the strawberry rhubarb pie.
Okay. So I thought maybe Nicole, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been doing this for about 14 years, and I'm really excited to be here. It's a lovely town. I came from another rural town, a little even more rural than this, another Wick in the state, Hardwick, where I spent 3 years. And, I'm really enjoying it. Everybody's very, very nice. And we are making some good progress on some forward motion, projects. And I'm really happy to be here. And I do have, I didn't bring any business cards, but my cell phone should be on this website, and my email and all my contact information. If anybody needs me, please give it to anybody.
Okay, yeah, great. Boy, you don't hear that from people very often. Anything particular on the horizon? Any kind of big projects?
Well, I mean, there's several projects on the horizon, but they are, they'll take some time. We have the municipal aggregation that was just approved. So what we'll be able to do is go out to bid and get electrical rates, reduced electrical rates for the residents and businesses in the town. So that was literally just approved yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that
Um,
in the paper.
Yeah, or maybe the day before. So we'll be doing that. That'll be, we're working with Department of Public Utilities and our partners Colonial Power to get that going. Municipal fiber is moving along. So, that project, we are in the beginning stages, but really moving forward. It passed at town meeting. It was really overwhelmingly approved. So we are definitely moving forward with that. I just got a full-time town planner approved at the select board meeting
Oh.
on Monday night.
Oh, awesome.
And,
Yeah.
we have a part-time planner, John Goddard, who is now the assistant DPW director over at DPW.
Mm.
And I can see, and this is what I've been saying since, I've got here. When I did a little bit of research, I saw the big divide with Carvana, and then I saw a land trust created. And those two things show me, that the town is very, very much interested in protecting their land. And also there are people that are very much interested in commercial development,
Sure.
but they want it to be smart development, right? So
Right.
I am here to help move that forward where you have to have development to be able to grow, to have revenue, to be able to have any services. But on the other hand, you want to preserve your rural character. So
Sure.
there's a good way to do that. And I believe that's through smart planning and smart zoning. And I think that really needs to be looked at very, very closely. And that's where I'm hoping that full-time planner / economic development director would come in.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like I would work probably the closest with that person than any other department head that I have. Yeah.
And sure, there's connections there with the master plan.
Of course,
Yeah.
yes. So,
Yeah.
that fluid guidance document that, the master plan implementation committee is meeting right now. That you want to take that plan and you want to, sort of use it as a guide to move forward. Sometimes you pivot, it's a 10-year plan. So sometimes things will fall off that, eventually you find you don't want, and things you might include. So, that's extremely important moving forward that, and even zoning is the same, you have lots of, well, we call them charrettes. So you have lots of public meetings, lots of public input to see exactly where you want to go and what you want to do. It's kind of at a pivotal time here where you have commercial development, you have your rural land, and it's really a time to figure out where that rural farmland and the open space belongs and where your commercial development belongs. And maybe they belong coinciding, maybe commercial belongs here and rural belongs somewhere, but that's where the townspeople tell us how you want to move forward. And then us in our professional capacity help facilitate that to move that forward.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know that the Historical Society is trying to buy.
Yep, I'm
10
very much
acres.
involved with
Yeah.
them, with that as well, helping facilitate that with CPC.
Yep.
So, yeah, we scheduled a special town meeting. We're writing the article. We're working with our attorneys, so very much involved in that.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Is the special on January 13th?
14th, which is a
14th.
Tuesday. So in my, I was naive in thinking Mondays, and it was only because our regular meetings are on Mondays. So, after we had talked about, yes, the 13th is available, it was brought to my attention that town meetings are usually on Tuesdays. So I reached back out to the school to see if Tuesday was available, and then the following Tuesday for a snow date. So it's Tuesday, the 14th with the snow date of the 21st.
Okay.
Yeah. We just have a few articles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a very big meeting or long meeting.
I think, do they all involve CPC funds?
Not all. So we have the CPC for the Historical Society, which it's not giving the Historical Society the funding, it's purchasing the conservation restriction of that land. That is what the town is looking to do. And then we have the facade of this building that needs at least some design work first. It's a historical building and it really needs some facade work. And, you know, just to see exactly where we're at, where we need to go, we need some design work to get that done.
Yeah.
So that's on there. The fire department has just settled their contract and the funding is in a different line item in the budget and it needs to be moved through town meeting. So
Okay.
we'll be requesting that their, you know, whatever raise, whatever settlement they decided on gets moved from the wage reserve line to the fire department salary line. And that's what we have thus far. So
Okay.
not very exciting, but still important.
Well, I don't know, I find community preservation exciting.
Yeah.
Maybe not architectural, you know, just like this building, you know, the design and engineering and all that, but.
Yeah.
Anyway, just back a little bit on the master plan implementation committee, as Nicole mentioned, they're meeting right downstairs right now. Their first meeting, I just wanted to say this for you guys and to get it in the minutes too. It's their first meeting. What they're doing is things like selecting a chairperson and a vice chair and a secretary and just getting organized. So it's been a while coming.
Yeah, and the select board has also approved a charge for them. So they can, you know, have a guideline of what tasks they should do to really stay focused and stay on task and be able to accomplish the things that they need to accomplish. So that's being introduced to them tonight as well.
Okay. Super. I had emailed a couple of questions to Nicole. Where did they go? Well, I know where they were. Here. I was asking if the AgCom could make a donation to another organization. I was thinking specifically of Land for Good. You know, they've done a program for us and didn't ask for an honorarium or anything on their mailing list. So now they're doing their annual campaign. So, and Nicole said, no, you can't use public money, but I'm wondering, can we use our gift account? Which is,
So that's maybe. So that's where that is. I can't say yes or no.
okay,
It with gift accounts, it depends on, you know, when the donation was given, if it was specified for a certain use. And
okay.
and how much? I was just looking this up for another department. So gift accounts can usually be used for under the discretion of the board.
Okay.
Because here we go, it's not public money that has been given to you. It's been an individual or another, you know, entity that has given you the money.
Yep.
We as a community, you as a municipality, no municipalities can give any public funding to any other organization,
Right.
nonprofit or otherwise. So the money that is taken in by the residents gets used for the good of the community.
Okay.
So, but I think I can reach back out to you regarding the gift account. We'll have to see again the donations that were given and if they had specified reasons for
Yeah.
use when they were given.
Well, like the community garden, that goes into that. right?
Yeah.
So
That if
got
you
it.
give community garden, it has to be used for the garden,
Right.
yes.
Right. And also, I'm answering my own question here, based on what you're saying. Most of the money in that account is for businesses and some individuals who sponsored the Open Farm Day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was specifically for Open Farm Day, and specifically for advertising for Open Farm Day. So I think,
So if somebody donates to Open Farm Day, then it needs to be used for Open Farm Day.
right.
How do we track that? This dollar went to this dollar went to that.
Yeah.
I don't-
So that's a huge reason on why, you know, you can't give gift cards.
Right.
You know, you have to be able to track all of that. So if a check comes into you and accounting would have this detailed information, you know, to the town of Southwick for Open Farm Day advertising, then you use it for your flyers, for your mailers, and to track it is really an accounting sort of
Mhm.
I don't know if
function.
it's broken out, but,
Yeah, interestingly enough, we were also talking about that, getting we get reports on a regular basis of our various line items.
Yeah.
How much we've used.
Yeah.
How much is available, but we don't get, a specific, this has been paid, this has been paid, this has been paid, so Nicole, like
So,
you said, we could do that.
do you get expenditure reports?
Um,
So you can
I
get it.
don't
If you
know.
ask me for it, I can give you the report. It's probably too cumbersome and really time consuming to have accounting give every single department an expenditure report if they don't have an account for our finance system. But for a, commission that doesn't meet very often and doesn't have access to our finance software, we can certainly get you an expenditure report, which will show who you paid and at one time throughout the year. And
Okay.
the gift account probably isn't in the general fund, so it probably is not in your list that you get. It's separate. They're
okay.
set up a different way, so you'd have to request that separately for the gift account to see what's left, what you've spent.
Right,
And then a detailed report on what you spent is also available.
okay, yeah, great. It's funny, I haven't talked to anybody in accounting lately, but I've talked to them a lot, and we even talked about the fact that, here's little old AgCom, our entire budget is $2,700.
Yeah.
And we constantly have questions about how to spend it. But,
Oh, that's good. I mean, your commission's a little bit unique, so, agricultural commission, it's not right out there like, cultural or planning or conservation, so you have a little bit broader of a, I think, spectrum on what you can do, agricultural wise.
Yeah,
It's not just open farm day, but lots of things to do with agriculture in the town, so.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, okay, great.
And if you don't hear from accounting, reach out to me too. I can always help you with that or facilitate
Okay.
that.
Yeah, okay. And just along those lines, so I got, these, the percent of budget used, year-to-date budget report. Got one on 12/10, 11/26, 11/13, 10/30. Is it every
Every other
2
week.
weeks? Okay,
Every time they do either it's payroll week or just bills payable week, everybody gets a report for their department.
Yeah.
And I get a full report, so I'm able to see everyone's.
right, okay,
I say that just because if you have a question, I may know the answer, if accounting isn't available.
okay, okay. I should totally know that. I've been on this commission for like 8 years or something. But, okay, I'm sorry that some of our other members are not here.
I can come back. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon.
and usually we have more people than this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had, we've lost a couple of people recently. The way town meeting set it up is there are 7 commissioners and 5 alternates. so
Oh,
a
wow.
Total of 12. Doug Moglen loves to say, we're the biggest AgCom in the Commonwealth. But right now we're down a few votes, so we're,
If you know anyone wants to join.
yeah, we're looking for
Okay.
1 full commissioner and 3 alternates.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been asking some folks, but so far.
Did you have another question in your email or did we already answer that?
No, it was about the donation to another organization
Yeah.
and about the itemized reports, right?
Oh, okay.
What we now know is the expenditure report.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Well, it's great you could be here. You're 100% welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting if you'd like to.
Okay, I'll probably go take a seat back here. I will just say quickly, I know that if you don't mind, chapter 61 is on here. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions for me for that?
Not at the moment.
We're trying to not let it die.
So chapter 61 will never die because
no.
it's state
We're
law.
trying to make it more enforced in the town and like presented when someone like purchases a property or,
Yeah.
So it has to come to the select board. If something's in chapter
Correct.
61,
and they kind of just wrote it off.
well, if
We
it,
had like a whole plan together, our former member.
Some protocols, we've been calling them.
Yeah.
And that's.
so
all-
Diane had, you had
Yes.
asked Diane for an update, right? And
Yeah.
we were, really looking into it and, the the protocol that you had is almost mirrors the state.
Yeah, but the problem is that when you go to the state, it's spread out everywhere. You kind of put it all in one spot.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was organized so people actually knew how to take the steps. And that's what Marissa was actually trying to do, is make it so that it was readable, and also time management was just precise. We actually had enough time to get all the facts together on each end until the end, because that's the problem, getting people to actually know what to do, when to do it, because of the small timeline. And if you don't know where to go, it even holds up further. And this is why it kept falling through.
So I don't know, I mean, since I've been here, there hasn't been any right of first refusals, so that means that nothing's come to the select board.
But I think one of the problems is that whole part is getting overlooked.
It can't be overlooked, that's the state law, that's what I mean. If they're selling land from chapter 61, it must come to the select board for right of first refusal. And if it's not, then they're doing it illegally. That's not anything for us to
I
be
don't remember
getting
what the
involved in.
example was, but there was something that started.
That you,
the whole thing.
if somebody is selling chapter 61
no, I
land,
get
it
that.
must come to the town first. I
Yeah.
felt like, I think the difference was that that document was allowing the town to give it to the land trust as well, and not just a town entity
I don't think the land trust was involved in that.
or a
Right.
nonprofit land
Oh, like a
preservation
land, yeah.
organization.
I think it was before the Southwick Land Trust was formed, so they were talking about, Franklin Land Trust,
Oh.
or, and, these others.
Well, I mean, it went to legal, it was
Yeah.
advised, this is the state
Yeah.
law, this is what you should go by. You know, this is basically everything that you have in here is in the law, and this is, you really should abide by the law. That was our advice that we got from legal,
I think we
so.
were just kind of trying to put it all basically in a guidebook.
Kind of a
almost.
Well, maybe if somebody, if you know people with farms, you can, and they're thinking about getting rid of them, but it's not necessarily gonna be a town policy. That's what I'm getting at. I think it's not gonna be a town policy. It's in the state law already, and that's where it lives, that's
Yeah.
where it is governed. And again, if somebody wants to sell their land, they cannot sell it without going to the town first for right of first refusal. I mean, and then they sell it, and if they sell it to somebody who doesn't want farmland, then they have to pay all the taxes for the past 5 years. So, there's implications and like red flags, I think, that would come up for somebody that wants to sell farmland.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
problem in the past is some of these steps have been kind of bypassed, not necessarily on purpose, but just because.
Yeah, there was one
They were
property
overlooked.
some years ago, Art Pennell's place on Mort Vining Road. And the owner is supposed to bring the action, so to speak, but in this case, the buyer did,
Mm.
and that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
You know,
Steps
Yeah.
aren't happening in
so,
the right order or in a timely fashion. I think
so we
that's the
we
problem.
just wanna basically make it easier,
We're not trying to rewrite the law or anything, we're
Yeah,
just trying
no,
to
of
kind
course
of,
not,
you
yeah,
know, put it all in one nice packet so people know what to do.
Okay.
so we're gonna kind of chunk.
Well,
along a
and if
little bit.
somebody comes to me, if somebody comes into my office, into the town administrator's office, into the chief administrator's office, I mean, oh my gosh, I can never get this right, chief
Who are you?
CAO's office,
See,
then I will certainly guide them and direct them into what they
Yeah.
need to do and understand. I've done it many times. Again, I come from an even more rural community,
Mhm.
where we've done it and we've never fallen by the wayside or not followed the law or the timeline.
I think it's
So-
kind of been misinterpreted what we were trying to do. I think
Yes.
maybe, we're not trying to rewrite any laws, we're just trying to make it like, hey, here's the steps you're supposed to follow.
Mhm.
And we probably should do some outreach mailing or something to the chapter 61
Yeah.
farms that we have, and just make sure,
Yeah, if we just kind of want to put a packet together, like, this is the steps you're supposed to take, so
Yeah.
people know that they
Something like
even
that,
exist. I
Mhm.
think that's part of it, they go to sell their land or someone's buying land, they don't know any of this stuff exists.
Mm.
that's our thought anyway.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a good thought, and again, because you're the agricultural commission, of course, that's exactly what you'd think. I kind of think that the duties and the responsibilities of the town. It doesn't necessarily go to educating the landowners. I think to start to get convoluted with more than just agricultural land,
Mhm.
more than 61. If I start telling everybody how they are supposed to, you know, do their 61 when they want to sell, then should I be telling everybody that is in residential and commercial and industrial and all the different, different zones and
Hmm.
how can I just single one out? And this is my overview that I see of the entire town. So it's not a bad idea by any means. And it's 1,000% good intentions. I don't really think that it's something that the town, the municipality should be, tweeting out to our 61 land. It was especially when the state law is right there. And where our legal said, leave it to the state law, please. This is not
Mhm, mhm.
something that you want to be giving out
Yeah.
or using as a town policy.
But it is appropriate for the AgCom to be able to kind of say FYI to the farmers in town, this is.
You weren't giving them bad information.
Yeah, I think we were just trying to get the select board to back us up on it.
Mhm.
And,
Well, and again, I think the hesitation is it's not just agricultural land, that the
it's
town,
forest land,
it's
too.
everything. It's all the zones. And to start getting nitty gritty down with one zone is really a disservice to all of the zones. So it's best to
I
leave
mean,
the
we
state
most
law where
care
it's
about
at.
one subsection of one type of.
You
zone.
do, right? And the town cares about all the zones.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, of course. yeah.
so that's, I think, where we have to stay kind of at arm's length with that. But for the agricultural commission to support that and promote that, or, promote telling chapter land people, if that's, how I'm not giving you advice to do that. I still think that the landowner should be knowledgeable enough to know what they're doing. And they have to come to the town for right of first refusal. So if they don't, I don't know. I have no idea what could even happen if they ended up selling without going
that's
for
the other
right of
thing,
first
no
refusal.
consequences for.
Yeah, who's
Not following
who's
law.
the enforcer? We don't know, if we are.
State law,
Or, yeah. so,
state law. I don't know what
Yeah.
the enforcement is on that.
I think that's the thing, there's so many laws now, no one knows who's supposed to enforce them and.
Well, that's the biggest thing about writing laws is making sure you have enforcement written in there. That's what
Right.
some people forget. You write this great law and then there's like, well, what do we do if they don't do anything about it? So there's no enforcement.
There's so many of them, it's hard to keep track of them.
I just had one in a couple towns ago for driveway permits.
Yeah.
You have to get a curb cut to have a driveway in
Right,
your
right.
in your driveway. And at this neighbor's house from the complainer, they're driving over the curb, and I was like, you need to get a curb cut because you're ruining our curb.
Mhm.
And they
Yeah.
said, what are you gonna do about it? And I was like, there's no enforcement. So anytime I write something, there's always a lot of enforcement. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
really no consequences to most of this.
Yeah, so we're gonna, one of our things we wanted to do with chapter 61 tonight is form a subcommittee that could. I mean, I personally just really want to know how this all works. And
The 61,
yeah.
the assessor can educate you on
Yeah.
that for sure.
Yeah.
And they even know
Yeah,
all the chapter land in the town.
Right.
Should we invite the assessor to a meeting
Yeah, maybe.
or go to one of their meetings? That'd be easier.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So we just want to look into it, be sure we understand, not trying to step on anybody's toes or.
No, that was not our intention.
rewrite
Of course,
laws
I didn't
or
take
any
it
of
that
kind of
way at
stuff,
all.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah, so, okay, well, thanks for.
Okay.
That insight.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
nice to meet you guys.
Nice to
You
meet
too.
you.
Nice to meet you.
My agenda.
Yeah, it's okay.
So while we're on that, Zach and I had a little communication about forming some, like a subcommittee that could work. Just continue looking into this and not take regular meeting time.
Right,
So I'm thinking,
I'm not really sure how a subcommittee works. I guess.
Yeah.
There's rules to You know,
Well, it can only be three, correct me if I'm wrong, Nicole, only three members of the commission, because that's not a quorum.
right.
And I believe we could have, other townspeople as volunteers to help us out. So that's what I was thinking. And I'm not sure who else,
Yeah, we don't really have enough members here tonight to really
right, to,
discuss it. I
yeah,
was hoping more people would be here.
I know.
I knew it was gonna be a long one.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. We don't have guest speakers that often. We used to have some regular,
Yeah, we did.
farmers used to, come, but nobody has lately. Anyway. I think there are four of us here, so I think we could vote to create a chapter 61 subcommittee.
Okay.
And then
Figure it out.
figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so, okay, well, I will make a motion that we create a subcommittee to look into chapter 61, and I probably should be APR, too, it's a similar thing. And what do I want to say? Subcommittee, look into these land use laws. And be sure they're communicated to the farmers. How's that sound?
All about it.
Yeah.
I second the motion.
Okay. So roll call vote, all those in favor, Bert Hanson, aye. Zach,
Aye.
Lenita and Sage,
Aye.
okay. Let's see. Now. Backing up. So Lenita, you went to a heat tolerant crops workshop?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was, what they said it was gonna be. It was more, there was a representative from Johnny's Selected Seeds and somebody from UMass talking about not really any kind of varieties that are more heat tolerant or any type of, they just were more kind of pushing stuff that they have been talking about.
Well, the self-butcher.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. And not suggesting anything different that can be done. Kind of just, saying, well, this is what we have currently, but something different needs to start to happen, because heat like we had in July this year is just unusual and starting to affect the crops that we can grow successfully. We lost stuff that normally, like carrots. I lost all the planting of carrots when they got up about that big. It was just too hot, too long, and there's not anything you can do to combat it.
And that's not an
And-
irrigation issue, that's a temperature.
That's a
issue.
temperature issue, yeah, because it was a lot of mornings we got up to start picking at 6 o'clock and it was already well into the 80s. The temperatures just weren't going down, and it was consistently. So, and at those temperatures, things like tomatoes and peppers and eggplant and all don't set. They just abort their flowers.
Well,
So what happens is then you get 5-6 weeks out from there and you're short of, crop. So I was hoping that what they would start to talk about was, southern variety. There's gotta be southern varieties that are bred
right.
for these type
Sure.
of things and,
Yeah,
so different things that they really want.
well, that's disappointing, especially with CISA, right? I mean, they're usually
These
very good.
was,
aren't they?
yeah, they were just,
Are you gonna try experimenting things on your own? or-
yeah. So,
What about like growing tent tobacco? Do plants under a tent?
you can, but on a commercial, the size that the number of plants that we're doing, it's kind of cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
So, and like a planting of tomatoes for me has 5,000 plants, and to tent all that, and then still be able to work in them and spray them and, whatever needs to be done, irrigation, whatever.
Do you lease like tobacco land that already has them?
maybe, but then you've got a whole different set of problems of picking and,
Yeah,
you know, all of that. And it's hot under those tents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not so much sun intensity or light intensity with tomatoes and stuff. It's the temperature.
yeah, excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and because you're trying to get a fruit, whereas with tobacco, you're just, you know, harvesting the
raw
leaves,
leaves,
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a different.
I mean, is that the whole point of tenting, the
The
shade grown
shade-
tobacco is to make a tropical type of?
Because they want the leaves
Yeah.
bigger,
Yeah.
and they wanna protect them some, so, cause with shade tobacco is mostly for wrapper. And they don't want any scarring, and they don't want any rips and.
Yeah.
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 So,
Probably cuts down on damage from like heavy rains too,
it's repair, can take it out, and just, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Well.
So I wish
guess-
I had better.
Yeah.
better news, but-
You think you would be planning more of like something that's more heat resistant than, and less like tomatoes, less carrots? Like more corn or
Those are-
something, whatever.
If you thought, I mean, I try to plant
There has to be a
as
market,
much
right?
as I think I can, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we grew okra this year, which isn't been crop, but it did well. And,
Oh.
you know, we are starting to grow
Yeah.
some more,
And were people interested in buying it? They buy it?
yeah. it
Oh,
sold
okay.
well,
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
yeah, I'm gonna grow more next year. So.
I
but,
tried growing it, that didn't work.
yeah, it did pretty well.
It's good.
Yeah, so I think it's just gonna be something that we have to start to deal with.
Mhm. Mhm.
Climate changes.
Right. Okay, well. Good, unfortunate information, but
Yeah.
good to have the information. Um, Okay, our third annual Farmers Forum. Somewhere here's an outline, a schedule, you know, agenda. And Sage, you should have it in your email from this afternoon.
Yep.
Okay. Jen put this together based on what we did last year and what we talked about last meeting. At some point, we gotta kind of time this out. I think this is, you know, it's supposed to be an hour and a half, and I think this might be more, might be more than that. But we'll get there. So 5:30, you know, registration, mix and mingle, 6 o'clock. Welcome everyone, introduce the AgCom members. And then Sage, we always want to include a promo of our website. I'm thinking, you know, because this agenda is pretty full, maybe that could be pretty kind of brief and just in the beginning when we're introducing ourselves, maybe just show some new features or things that we're working on.
Oh, I can at least break down what has on it and stuff. I mean, not much has happened really with it because we had it was kind of a long year for the most part until we slowed it down with the 1 month meeting. But
Yeah.
I've been caught, unfortunately, with a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, no, I'll break down what I can of what it has
Yeah.
on it. And I think there's one new feature since we talked before. I do want to add some features. I just have to wait for the time to do it. Like farms having they need to start hiring help or looking for people, volunteers or whatever. I want to make a section on the website so they can actually post them. I just got to figure out the coding on it to see if I can actually pull it off.
Last year we had like a slideshow going too.
Yeah,
We have updated photos for that.
yeah, and you'll see Jen put here for the 2024 year in review, pictures needed.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit last time, and we don't know if Angie Simone and Jason Jaguar
I
took.
never saw anything.
Yeah,
It was never on Facebook.
yeah,
I don't remember seeing a drone anywhere doing.
yeah, and well, Marissa took pictures again, though, right?
She went
Yeah,
around, but
yeah.
I don't know if she was sharing those or.
Yeah, I haven't don't
Excuse
think
me, are you asking just about the farm day or about your farms in general? For 24 hour review, just your farm? day?
No, farms in general, farm day would be
Well, when
one
I
thing.
created the Facebook page, I said, we got 300 followers, and so for our cover photo, I got lots of really nice shots of the farms throughout town.
Oh,
That's
okay,
all I meant, so if you.
Okay, yeah.
If you wanna
no,
send them our way, we can. do
That's
that.
great, or they're- yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Nicole, maybe you want to become a member of this commission. Yeah, so we had our second annual farm forum last January, second annual open farm day, the parade. The outreach here, I've got to look at this. Library programs, yeah, the Hamden County Improvement League. Haven't done much with them this past
This
year.
Yeah, previous year.
Trust for Public Land, that was the previous year with the property on Long Yard
Okay.
that
Mhm.
was purchased, Land for Good. And New England Consulting, nothing with them, so I'll update that. And here's chapter 61 again. This might be a place where we could ask the farmers, how can we help you? You know,
Yeah.
um,
The
This,
one thing about chapter 61, if we ask them that, we actually might have to write down an explanation in case they don't know what it is. Because I guarantee you most of them don't.
Okay.
Because remember now, we have a lot more newer farmers coming in town now.
Yeah,
And they're new farmers.
right.
I mean, we could maybe even ask if Marissa's interested in coming that night to explain in her own way the 61, since she did so much research and work on it. At least she can broaden it into a very small spiel that might
Yep.
be coherent for those who are new.
We can ask, but I'm not sure she's going to.
Hmm.
Just doesn't seem that interested in us anymore.
That's a good point though, Sage, about an explanation. And then some possibilities they have come up before, a farm hop. This actually was Jim Putnam brought this up at maybe it was at when we went to do the presentation with the Historical Society last April. And we were talking about, new farmers market, and he said, well, why don't we put that on its head? Why don't we get a van and take people to the existing farms and the existing farm markets? So I think Jen is gonna reach out to Lisa Anderson at Council on Aging and see if we can use their van.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah, I think that's a better plan than trying to.
Yeah. Pick a day. Well, we can sort of canvas, you and Calabrese and,
Mhm.
or, okay, what's a slower day?
Right.
Like a Tuesday afternoon or
Right,
something.
right, yeah.
Not Saturday morning.
No, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we kind of, I think it's a council on aging in Granby. I think it comes up to our place fairly regularly.
Oh, yeah?
And it's usually a Tuesday, I think.
Hmm.
Um,
You can have.
Okay,
Have a good night.
Great to meet
thanks so
you.
much, Nicole.
Thanks for coming.
Take care. Yeah, okay. And then a farm program to educate children in the schools. Sage, was this your brainstorm? I'm not remembering. Sorry.
Yeah. I want to try and get or at least have someone go into the schools and talk to well, that's the problem is they keep changing hands with the positions over there, so it's hard to know who to talk to anymore.
Yeah, every year it's different.
Yeah, so because we want to talk to someone to see if we can maybe get programs or something interactive with the kids in farming, whether it be information or if we have an activity or if we can convince them to have like a little garden that they can start doing, and then we can you know, or even have them visit farms and get like intel, like literal intel that they could bring to class and talk about. So at least they're spreading some kind of knowledge. But
Yeah.
until we really have someone we can have steadily be there so that we can actually maybe get a thought out and it be followed through is the problem.
I think maybe you'd have to either go through the not select board, the superintendent's office, or even like a school committee meeting. Get on their agenda,
Yeah.
something like that. We'd have to go there with
Probably.
a game plan.
Right.
Yes.
And that will be some work.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It's a little,
Long term, it's a good goal.
Yeah,
it's got to start somewhere.
right, for sure. Um, Okay, so, Jen's, geographic information systems presentation, I sent around, but unfortunately, apparently Sage, I did not copy you and I did not copy Cindy, so we can't get it on here. It's in your email. It's 12 slides.
Is she gonna present it or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She took a course. I think it was a full semester.
They should have quite a bit.
Yeah. And she used the town GIS system, and then something called, I don't have it in front of me, but another one that she used. And to talk about how that works and how we can maybe help farmers.
Are you familiar with it at all?
No,
Yeah.
It's like a map system and basically all of Massachusetts is on it. Every town, you go down to the town, you go down to the property level with it. And you can put different layers over it, so it could be used for like, soil,
okay,
rain, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Water table, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
a couple of
okay,
her slides were
okay.
about watersheds and
okay,
you can do these layers of different kinds of
Cool.
You can
data.
build your own,
yeah,
like anyone can.
Yeah.
So it's open to the public.
well,
So I looked through it, and again, I apologize that we can't share screen right now. It's a great start. We have a month to get it together, January 22nd. So I don't know if we need. Do we need another subcommittee to do this presentation, or can
Jen should be able to.
Jen's just doing it? We can provide input.
If she's not here, we can volunteer her.
Yeah. Luckily, she already volunteered herself.
Yeah.
So we'll just,
You want her to present that to the farmers?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, if she feels like she's ready for it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she said she would be.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. And that's gonna take a little time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'd say almost a half an hour, probably.
Yeah, probably, yeah. An intro and an overview of master plan actions for AgCom. And she said and EDC. Now, there are some overlaps there, but I wonder if we should have it be sort of strictly our,
what's
Our-
DDC?
Economic Development
Oh, okay.
Commission.
Okay.
And I think, didn't we say we wanted to do a brief kind of overview of the action steps in the master plan that involve
Yeah.
agriculture, and then see if farmers would want to go to a separate workshop about that and what's when we implement these things, what it might mean
Mhm.
to the farmers. What do you think? I mean, I know
I would
farmers are not
think so.
necessarily keen on going to meetings, but
This time of year, it's kind of slow, so.
yeah.
It's more like they don't have time.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. Let's say yes, we should write their names down.
Right,
We're signed up.
yeah. Yeah, signups, yeah. And then, how can we help you? And that's basically the theme of the whole
Yeah.
workshop. Is,
That's what we do.
here are these things.
Yeah.
How can we help? And coming events, I don't know, I mean, it's gonna be. It's gonna be January. It's gonna be, yeah, Farm Day, Farm Parade. So we'll see, we may not. We'll see, that needs to be like a separate section.
Don't do much in the spring.
No, that's true. We do, we talked a little bit last time, I think, about plant swap that Lynn Blair wants to do at the library. She was going to come to our meeting tonight, but it was, they had the gift basket raffle going on at
Oh,
the
yeah.
library.
They're doing
Tonight was the
Okay.
drawing in their hot chocolate bar, so she couldn't, so she couldn't come. But she'll come next time, I think. And we talked a little bit, she and I emailed a little bit actually about the plant swap, and she was thinking house plants and doing it in April, but I said, well, house plants really kind of February, the light is getting better and the plants kind of, okay. They kind of start coming out of dormancy, so I wonder if April might be a little late for
Yeah.
that.
I'd rather do vegetables or.
Yeah,
flowers.
vegetables and
Especially in
flowers,
April,
yeah.
and-
I'm more interested in that,
Yeah,
but that's just me.
and we talked about, it could be a plant swap and a seed swap and
Yeah.
that kind of thing together, so we'll work out those, excuse me, work out those details and
You
when,
have this room reserved for that night?
I don't yet,
I'll get on that.
Yeah. I've looked on the calendar, there's a calendar on the town website, nobody,
Yeah.
nobody's in here yet, but at least not that's showing up. So I'll do that tomorrow for
Okay,
sure.
cool. We don't want to overlook that.
Really. And then, open conversations and comments, and then probably like we did last time, kind of close the workshop and then let people just,
Mhm.
talk among themselves if
Yeah.
they don't want to be sort of
Right,
expressing themselves to the whole room.
Right.
Then you just want
Right.
a bit smaller.
Right.
Yeah, 1-to-1 or whatever. Yeah,
I mean, I remember last time they all didn't care. They were all talking to each other and everything.
yeah,
That was pretty good last time.
and Lenita, can you help out with
yep.
Some-
maybe food again.
some goodies?
Yeah,
Great advertisement. Everyone was happy.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
put-
do food, I can do coffee again.
Okay.
Love Coffee.
Did we get water bottles from Big Y
Yeah,
or?
we did them.
Yeah, okay. Although I'd almost rather have some big, like decanters and have, rather than all the plastic bottles.
I thought we did apple cider. Didn't we do cider last one?
Yeah, we had cider.
I think, yeah,
I know there's a lot of stuff left over.
people didn't eat a lot.
People don't like to eat in public.
Yeah.
They get shy.
Maybe what we should do is towards the end, if there's still a lot left, invite them to take some home.
Yeah, maybe get some like brown paper bags.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah, I can
sure.
bring bags.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
I know I took 6 home last time because there's so much.
Yeah.
We don't have to buy water bottles, we can buy gallons.
Yeah, true.
Decanter's not a bad idea.
Yeah, let's get, I mean, we could use tap water too, but I think people like some people are persnickety about.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be in Southwick.
I know.
Bring well water.
Yeah, we'll bring one of those tanks that you took to the community garden. One of those 175 gallons or something.
Spring water.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, did you happen to take pictures of the tanks, the new tanks? Because we can show them too.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
couple
he's got
pictures.
one of them,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
We still haven't tested the pump.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because even farmers have friends that don't have land, and if they can't really rent it, say it's overbooked, They can always come to the community garden.
I mean, it's like 12 by 24.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, that's good. We'll continue chugging along on this. And we meet again, January 8th, I believe it is. I think I even had that on the agenda, maybe. Yes. And oh yeah, and the fourth Wednesday, which would be our work session, is the workshop. So okay. Well, we will get it together by then. Let's see. We have a few sets of minutes here. Sage, did you get the minutes in Cindy's email?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. So it's August 14th.
It's a one.
Hmm?
Never approved August 14th.
I know, I don't know,
Are you sure we didn't?
I don't think so. Cindy doesn't think so.
What about last meetings?
Last meetings are here too, 11,
Okay.
11:20, they're here, and 10:09. Should be, yeah.
Oh, they're underneath.
There,
Oh,
it's like
okay,
three
gotcha.
three
I just thought you had one
stacks.
here.
So. Guess maybe should we go back to the oldest one first, August 14th?
Well, 10 doesn't really have anything written. August, I mean, October 9th, that one's a quick one.
Yeah. Wait a minute, where are we here? August 14th, November 20. Oh, here we go. October 9th, yeah. I did look through these. I have had mostly kind of, spelling changes and that kind of thing.
When did me and Zach switch Vice? Was that August?
I don't recall.
That's right.
Because it says on Vice, but I think we changed it before August or on August.
Yes, we gotta check that.
What's this?
And we had a vote, I mean, we had a vote on that, so.
All last name spelled wrong at the bottom of 14.
Yeah, two T's, right? And also. This is. It's, I think we correct these each time. Lenita, right, not La Nita. And then public comment, the last sentence, I don't think we need to capitalize the word farm. Or in the next sentence, the word idea. And farm again. Fourth line there, that being said. This is only the second annual Open Farm Day, for modifications. Zach Barnett with two T's. The second page, fourth line. Dan Cook was talking about creating products for locally sourced goods, and that it has run deep many years, I think is correct. And then Randall, Mass does have an agricultural commission of their own, but at this time it is disordered. I don't. I hope we didn't say that. Inactive, maybe,
I don't even know if this ordinance is a word, is it a word?
so let's.
Play back the video.
Enact it, right. And then clerk Angelina Simone brought up the select boards, need an apostrophe. Oh, and Cindy, I'll give you marked up copies. Hopefully that'll make your life a little easier. Again, third line, I don't think we need to capitalize sponsors. And a moment of silence for local farmer Douglas Woodger, need the U there.
Douglas.
Yeah, who departed this life. Well, he departed his life too, I guess, but I think,
Douglas. That needs to be changed.
I think usually it's this life. Okay. So anybody, as we're kind of zipping through here, any other thoughts? So we'll definitely double check Sage on when Zach became vice chairman. So
Well, this
motion,
and Angie's still in this, so I think that we exchanged after she left. I don't think she was still part of the commission.
I don't know, that was very recent though, that she resigned. Matter of fact, I think it was like our last meeting.
No,
I thought it was 2 meetings ago.
it was 2 meetings ago.
Okay,
And we still haven't picked a replacement, have we?
you're,
Or for clerk or whatever.
Yeah.
no, right, no, we have not.
We haven't had enough people show up except for us.
And we need, yes, we need a.
We could play Ron.
There you go.
There you go.
I haven't seen him in almost a year.
Oh, really? Yeah, wow.
It's been a while. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe not a year, but I can't really remember the last time he was here.
Yeah.
Oh, it says right here that she left on the October 9th was her resignation.
Oh, okay, that's what I was looking for. Angie, okay, on October 9th.
Oh, same thing with Zach. Zach got it on that day too. So it happened the same day, same meeting. It was October.
Oh, that's
I'm
right, we empowered Zach to sign papers and stuff.
Yeah, so so this is legit. After this, it should no longer say me as vice, but him.
Right.
So the minutes for this meeting right here, it should, yeah, be updated.
Okay,
And Tammy's not on it.
right, and when did she, well, she just didn't get reappointed in, which would have been,
She's still on the November 20th one.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had a November meeting. Takes out the meeting I thought I missed. I didn't.
Yeah, this is the last one they had. When we were in the other room.
Yeah. The 20th, yeah. Yeah, I thought we should take Tammy off of the November 20th. Oh, and also then Jen was full commissioner. Right, November 20th. That's right. Would you guys like me to double check on all this stuff and then we can vote on the minutes
Yeah.
next time?
Yeah, just to make sure. We don't want to.
November 20th, says. Chairman. Makes sense. Next to chapter 61. In the middle, kind of,
Oh, yeah.
chairman.
Chairman. Okay.
Landowner, one or two?
Landowners, I think it's one. Let's see if Google knows.
I don't know what happened to the five, the worst part of it, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if that matters or not.
Well, it'd be nice to,
Actually, on there, it said they're looking for one commissioner.
yeah, looking.
Did you not have a form?
Oh, we did.
We did.
Sage is
Sage is
on.
online, so we had 4. And we had,
Are you all done?
No, we're going. over
almost,
minutes.
we're just going through some minutes and that
Alternatives.
we will be done in a few minutes.
Alternatives spelled wrong as well, commissioner and 3 alternatives.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see, okay.
And then reach out is 2 words. What happened with the small little stuff?
I know, we should fix that, I mean, just,
Yeah. I think it was copied and pasted from something else.
Oh,
Something else.
probably, yeah.
So Diane, I don't know if you looked at our agenda, but Nicole was here. Which is very, very helpful, you know, for us to meet her, and she gave some good input on. Some stuff that we're doing. Like how we pay our bills, for example. That's one, you know, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, so I'll go through these and work with Cindy. You know, make these updates, and we can actually vote on them
Yeah,
next time. Just to be sure. Got everybody's titles.
Yeah.
So,
Next meeting, maybe we should try and think of the clerk too.
yes,
I
right,
say put that on the agenda so that's why we can make an official vote.
yep,
I mean,
and we gotta find somebody who wants to do it.
I'm hoping Jenna wants to do it, but.
Oh, well, she might. I feel like she's taking on a lot, though. But that's her decision.
Yeah. I don't know who else we would really. Have to do it.
Mm.
She comes to more meetings than most people.
Right.
Except for Sage.
Yeah.
But
Is Sydney your?
Yes, right,
So if you have that, you don't really need a clerk, you have your secretary.
right.
You don't need an official clerk.
Oh, we don't.
Or secretary if you have an
Yeah.
administrative secretary.
I know when we,
I think in the handbook, it says we're supposed to have one now.
I think you and I even,
Unless you have administrative support, it's really for that purpose.
yeah, okay. I think you and I
Sorry,
even,
not to interrupt.
No, that's a good point.
that's right. I think you and I even talked a little bit about, well, what does the clerk do?
In the absence of a.
Could Cindy
secretary.
join our commission? Just has to come to it anyway.
Who is-
Cindy,
Could Cindy join our commission?
our secretary.
If she wants to, we just appointed Julie to economic development.
Yeah,
Cindy,
And
do
she's
you wanna
still
join?
acting as secretary, so.
Are you the mayor?
of course, when Cindy actually gets paid for this, so if you became a member, I don't
Oh, she wouldn't get paid, right?
know.
She'd still be the administrative support that she is.
Yeah, so she
In that
could,
role,
could she still get paid?
yeah, for her job, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That wouldn't be a conflict.
So who's doing it.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's right. Her kids are sick. That's why you don't hear from her. She had to do something with.
Okay.
Yeah, she.
She's putting the things off.
Oh, boy.
That's a good picture.
Baby girl.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll have to message in chat.
Okay,
We don't have the chat up.
yeah,
Probably should.
yeah, that's true. sorry, team, I have to scoot out to deal with a sick kid.
I know the text so big.
Yeah, I know.
She was yelling now.
She's yelling, the kids are sick. Come here." And just have a wonderful holiday. Okay.
Thanks, Cindy.
Yeah, she mentioned that when she was trying to get everything logged in. I just forgot.
Okay, good. Good. I think we are all set. Diane, did you have anything that you wanted to actually bring up, or you just wanna
No, I'm.
see what we're up to?
Down at the meeting and then finish that.
Oh, okay.
Last work.
All right, good.
It's going to be yours in a long time.
I know. Well, it's good to see you.
Not that I don't love you all.
No, no, hey, I get it. Yeah. Also, just curious, who's gonna be the chair?
Nor cheater
Oh, okay.
for the, thick.
Yeah.
Master plan.
Another guy that takes on a lot.
Yeah.
And, new member Jessica Taylor is the vice chair. First time on any board or commission.
Oh, hmm,
I've been writing.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
They do not have a secretary, but an administrative secretary, so they had to nominate one.
Gotcha, okay.
It was Pam Sclafani.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, good. I think we are all set. Make a motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Aye.
I
Good night.
oh,